Hi everyone, it's Aneta Itchak, and today I want to take you on a journey of exploration about what it means to you to live in a more slower and embodied way. There are many myths that I see out there to do with the slow living, and the biggest one is that you cannot have uh, a fulfilling business or career and live in a today's society and live it in a more slower and embodied way. That's not true. That's not my experience. Yes, it is challenging. It's a very much a process of unlearning. And this is what I hear a lot from participants of my trauma-informed somatic teacher and coach for women training certification. In fact, I read it the other day in our WhatsApp group. It's a process of unlearning. There is so much conditioning. We are like fish swimming in the water, not realizing that everything around us is water. And we are living in a very masculine, values-driven society. There is a focus on being the best that you can, achieving the most that you can, this focus, which is very much capitalist values of bigger, louder, better, more is better, and a constant growth. And it is unsustainable. It causes all the troubles and the difficulties that we are experiencing in the world. It's artificial. It's not based on reality of what sustainable is, what natural is. And it's enough for us to look to nature. Nature is cyclical. Nature is always renewing itself, dying off, renewing itself, dying off, renewing itself. We have got within nature the day and night. Within our body, we have got in breath and out breath. Try to just breathing in, being in a constant spring and summer. Try breathing in, taking more and more and more and more. And notice what happens to you, to your body, to your life force, to your presence, well, to your life. If you try just breathing in, taking more and more and more and more and more and more, we end up hyperventilating. It's unsustainable. So when I think about slow and embodied living, this is what I think about. Is it sustainable? Is it with the rhythm and a pace that is sustainable for me, that feels easeful, that feels joyful, that feels like if I think about how I'm doing things, whether it is in my work or self-care or commitments or relationships or business, um, or any other area in my life, if I think about doing how I'm doing it or how I'm living it, could I do it in the same way for the next 5 or 10 years? If the answer is no, then the answer to is it sustainable way of doing is no. And for many of us, that's the answer that we come up with. And this is why slow and embodied living can be the answer to living in a way that is more joyful, more easeful, more at a pace that is right for us. And as I said, is it easy? No, it's not. Because we've been conditioned right from through our educational system, through TV, through magazines, through business gurus, through internet, books. It's all around us, telling us that this myth that slow is lazy, that there is something wrong with you if you don't want to have to earn millions, or you don't want to have loads of degrees and PhDs and write books and do all of it, pretending that it's easeful and crying behind the closed doors, living on the verge of burnout or hitting burnout like I did, like many of my friends did. Many of my colleagues have experienced, many of the women that I work and train have experienced. And then trying to put yourself together, still thinking there is something wrong with you because you were not able to do it. And everybody else is able to do it. And that's just an illusion. So, what does the slow living, slow embodied living mean to you within the system of your own life, within the system of your own work? What are your dreams? What are your values? What are your commitments? What does it look like? What is one thing that feels like your body and your mind and your soul have been craving for ages? Like for me, it's been this spaciousness. I just wanted spaciousness in my whole being, and I didn't know really how to bring it in. I was able to bring it in for moments, but not as a long-term thing. Maybe it means making different decisions. Maybe it means saying no to some commitments, some projects, some opportunities that seem like really amazing thing on paper, but actually in reality will tip you over into overwhelm, maybe even burnout. It means being very clear about what priorities are for you. What are your priorities? What are your values? It means, slow and embodied living might mean for you different things. And unless you understand what it means for you, everything else is just a lovely sounding idea and advice. So today, my invitation to you is grab a piece of paper and allow yourself to just write out or draw out what it means for you to embrace more slower and embodied living. What are the things that come up for you? And maybe there is one or two things that you could commit to. Remembering that there is no right or wrong answer to this. Don't let anybody tell you that. What is your body and mind and soul craving? And could you give yourself permission to do that? Let me know what comes up for you. I'm really looking forward to hearing all your insights. And I wish you a really good day. Take care. Till next time.